This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday evening, July 8th. Welcome to my desk. Let me zoom out a little bit more here. I tell you, this is really hard to set. And my desk is piled sky high. Sky high. Let me go to my channel. Well, that's not it. Your channel on my tablet so I can welcome folks coming in. We had a bit of an internet issue. Early in the morning, I was watching Rosemary around 9:30 or so, and hi Mina, hi Jill, hi Angie. And I lost internet connection. But I guess I wasn't the only one. All right, let me unload some of this stuff on my desk. This is my steampunk journal. I only have it here because I'm weighting down. Oh, wow. Hold on. I'm weighting down pages here, hoping that they straighten out a little. Straighten out a little. And this big We America book, same thing. I get fussy cuts out of this book. I have 3 copies, I believe, of this book. And this is the one I'm cutting up. And I have a watercolor pad, 2 of those that came in a pack of 2. Heaviness. And more heaviness. Weighting things down. Oh, we're gonna work on this, and we're gonna work on Rosemary's Caboodle, and I have Johnny's Nature Studio box and Keisha's Nature box. We are gonna have a nature art journal for July. And let me put this stuff behind me because and it did weight it down for the most part. These came in Johnny's Nature Journal. I think I might be using some of these tonight. Let me put that in this We America book. Maybe that'll help. Oh, that book is heavy. So I have things stacked up here that I want to work on tonight. I want to do some show and tell. Oh, I didn't put those in there. Well, we're getting down there. We're getting there. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Hi, Elvis. Hi, Hudson Sailor Nancy. Jill. Hi, Jill. Mina. Mitzi. Guess what? Guess what, Mitzi, I found? Boy, it needs work. I found, what's his name? Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. He showed up. Maybe by next season. He needs some work. This was what? I don't even know. It has to be at least 3, maybe 4 years. But don't feel bad. I don't have Lori's sent to her either. Let's put this here to keep the glare out. But I have it out staring at me, Mitzi. Oh, there he is. Oh, well, you know, it doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers. I think his number is 12, isn't it? Is Aaron Rodgers, was his number 12? Hi, Becky. But we are going to maybe work on this and finish it up. Not tonight, but I have it out staring at me, Mitzi, and that's the good thing. I'm not going to pack it away. Oh. Becky's here. Did you have a good supper, Becky? Did. did Mr. Greg buy you supper tonight? You got out of there before Anne was saying, make Greg pay for it. This came out of my stitch roll. Okay, here are some napkins and things. I thought I could, but these bees, I think I'll save these for the bee journal. But I was sorting through stuff, and I found a couple of napkins on my own. I have some Happy Mail here to share. Okay, let's just put these over here for a moment. Oh, my desk is piling up on me. Hi, Elvis. Hi, Ruth. Welcome, everybody. I hope we're off to a good weekend. This is Friday night. Let me adjust my camera a little here. Did that help any? Get this taken care of here, maybe? A little. Okay. And I was out in the garden today. We're going to work on this tonight. I'll show you what I have planned. But before I do that, ooh, I got cold air coming out with my feet. I might need to get me a lap blanket. Never too early. Oh, thank you, Mina. Everywhere we went was closed? Really? Really? On a Friday night? Aw, and you had your mouth set for lasagna, and so you ate at McAllister's Deli. Such a disappointment. Aw, you're just going to have to make some lasagna. I'm not going to sketch in this tonight, but I think my last sketch was on the 6th, so I have 7th and 8th to do. I'll do that at my desk tomorrow. I'm filling this little book up with just sketches, pen and ink sketches. The last one I did here was those two little kids, the little girls here. These two. And I laugh at this. She doesn't look like a little girl at all, but you know, you got to stay in practice, and it's okay to make mistakes. All right. So let's put that here. All right. And these are some Tim Holtz. I'm sure I got them they're $6, but I'm sure I got them at 40% off because, oh no, I got these for $3. Because it has a Meri Atelier sticker on it. $3. So I got them for half price, which was 50% off. And they're all there. So I thought they would go good in my nature journal someplace in there. Because they got little nature things on the... And they are... Let me pull one out here. Well, that one came out. Now, can I get this one back in? They're little buttons. I'm not sure exactly how to use them. They're a button cover. They're called quote flare, citation flare. I'm not sure exactly how to use them. They got a little ring around here. I don't know. You might just glue them down somehow. I don't know. I'm going to worry about it. I could poke a hole in them if I wanted to. Let's see if I can get this one put back in. So I got these at an auction for half price. Come on, get in there. There. Okay. I thought I'd put it with my nature stuff. Whoops. Oh, they're all falling off now. You're doing it just because I'm online, aren't you? Well, we'll fool with that later. I'm not going to fool with it here. Hi, Johnny. There's Johnny. Johnny. I got in at the last moment today to Johnny's cell. I was out in the garden. I go, oh, Johnny's on. Well, I was also watching Rosemary. And I remembered Johnny was on. So I hurried up and switched over there just as she was having giveaways. And guess what? Thank you very much, Johnny. I sent you payment. Your invoice has been paid. I did that right before I came online. So you should be richer. Mitzi says, hi, fur baby mom, Johnny. Elvis said they're all saying hello to Johnny. Try glue dots with extra glue, Mary. Okay, Mina, I will. Yes, I will. Johnny says, yes, and thankfully daughter and great-granddaughter are doing well. Just a bad COVID scare, and they are negative. Oh, I'm glad that they're negative. Well, I got a little happy mail. I think I got my last swap in from Melody Jones. So I got all my swaps in. I'm glad. Thank you, Melody. I'll have to post in the group, Tanya's group, thanking Becky, Melody, and another person. I think of her name was Karen. I can't remember. But anyway, she says, hi, Meri. What a wonderful way to make new crafting friends. This swap is so much fun. Have a great day. And it's just a hello postcard, which I think is very cool. It's got leaves and spiders and floral cacti on it. And then I got a card from Judy Patton. I had this, well, I think I was going to show it yesterday morning or yesterday. Did I stream yesterday morning? No, I must have got it in the mail yesterday because I didn't stream this morning. I tell you, when I don't stream, you guys, when I don't stream, I'm going to have to send Judy a postcard. Johnny was selling some of Sophia's. Oh, look. Oh, look. It's a napkin. I'm going to have to glue that down. I think I did that with my palette knife. Let's put it back. Sorry. I think Judy goes to Beth Schuler's streams. I don't know if she goes to the streams or watches, but she watches me. I don't see her much in the streams, but she always sends me nice stuff. Look at that 4th of July card. And I'm going to read it. It says, Happy 4th. Hi, Meri. I hope you are okay. See you working in the yard lots. Yes, I am. I was out there again today because we had so much rain, and the flowers love the rain, but so do the weeds. I've been watching your YouTube videos. Take care and may God bless and keep you. Hope your brother is doing better with his back. Yes, he is. He said now he's trying to cut down on he's been taking Aleve pain pills, and he's been trying to slow up on those. You can get addicted to those things. Okay, I'm going to have to take some pictures and thank the 3 gals and Tanya for Tanya's postcard swap. So I wanted to show where I am on the stitch row. Well, where I think I am anyway. I have been, look, I've been closing it up with a bobby pin. I should crochet a little something and make a bobby pin embellishment. I keep my needle right there. And yep, it's getting big. Here's 2022 January, February. And I got some things to put in here, these 2 slots. But these were the squares, the fabric squares that we traded in Beth's group. And I still need to send Ruth and Janet Nash fabric squares. I don't have theirs put on yet. This was my little scissors that I did. It's not a square, but I wanted to put one of my scissors on there. And that's as far as I got stitching. However, here's one of these fabric squares. I'm not sure if this is I'm thinking this might be Anne's. Is that Anne's maybe? I'm not sure. And Journey sent me a heart that I'm going to put on there. I might put that. I might stitch that right down in here. And then I've been crocheting. Now this is Tunisian. I think this is the, oh, don't ask me. I think that's the third one we did. This is the third one. This is the regular crochet stitch. This is a crochet stitch. This is not Tunisian. This is crochet. It's the moss linen stitch. And this is the Elizabethan stitch. I've only done 2 of those. I'm redoing Becky's first crochet thing. This is Tunisian crochet. This is the tweed, the purl, the purl. And I'm doing blocks too, but I'm going to put these on my stitch row. And this is the regular Tunisian stitch, the easy one. Then the rest here are just threads. However, today, Becky, if you're in here, if somebody wants to drop a link to Becky's stream, hold on, her one this morning, she gave us episode 4, and it is, let me get it out. I said, I'm not going to do any more purl stitches. Becky said, no, yes, you are. Episode 4 has the striped purl. So I am working on that, and I shouldn't put my hooks in here because I had it about 4 inches. I had it a little bit wider, and what I'm working on, let me get this needle out of here. I stick them in here so that they won't fall out, and they don't fall out. What I'm working on here, this is called the striped purl, and it'll have, I made a regular Tunisian row here, and then I've started with the stripes. You change colors. But I had it about up to here, but I didn't like my edges. And I said, Meri, I'm going to stop and I'm going to tear it out. And I didn't have them tight enough in here, and they were wonky. And I think I dropped some stitches. I didn't think I did, but I counted and I was way off. So I restarted it. This is the beginning again of the striped purl stitch. So I've been working on that this afternoon. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Journey. Journey, I have your heart here. I'm going to put it there. She sent me a heart. I'm going to put it on my stitch row. And then for March, April, May, and June, I have written down what I want to, and I might go back in, because this is like the first, and Becky did this in January. I'm not sure where I can put it. I might just make March. I might make March or even June, just a bunch of crochet pieces in here, even though we did this in January. We did both of these in January. All right, so there, oh, here's another fabric square. I'm not sure if that came from Janet. I think this one came from Janet and this one came from Anne, if I remember right. And Ruth sent me one. I forget who sent me what. This one came from Nettie. I think this one came from Becky. Oh, I didn't make good notes. I'm still learning. Let me roll this up because that's how I keep it rolled up here. And I'll redo it when, let's put that embroidery floss in it. So in my little scribble journal, which I have out by my desk, I'm not going to run and get it. In my little scribble journal, I have a list of things that, like, I'm going to put a lawnmower and garden, maybe some seed packets on here for May and June. Well, June was mostly weeding. We had our first zucchini. I made zucchini bread this morning after I weeded. Well, as I weeded. I made zucchini bread this morning. And what else did I do? Oh, I weeded the garden. I found my okra. My okra was lost in a plot of weeds. Nina says, she may be coming up for air soon, Angie. Be ready. Mina, thank you for trying to tell her. Hi, Jean. Homeschool Mama 4, welcome, welcome. What is Angie trying to tell me? Johnny said, anyone know what Meri used for background of the scroll? You know, Johnny, Angie, I'll get back to you. I saw that you're trying to tell me something. Johnny, I think this, let me pull the bobby pin up. This used to be sold in like needlework stores. This is like a, let me get clear down to the bottom here. I got it at Goodwill. I only paid a couple bucks for this, but I know for a fact this is expensive stuff. Let me show it to you. I got it at Goodwill. It's got writing on it. I think it's French. And it's about 3 yards, 3 or 4 yards. Let me stand up, Johnny. Bring this up a little bit more so you can see it. You might be able to get this, but see, it's already serged on the ends. And I know in the late 90s, among needleworkers, people that did cross stitch and needlework, the band samplers on this type of fabric, and even in the decor items in the late 90s, this was very popular. Now, whether this was originally sold in a fabric store and somebody serged it, or if it was sold in a needlework store, I don't know, but it is linen and it's printed. And I don't know if you can still find, you might be able to find some like on Etsy. I don't know. I haven't seen it in the, of course, I haven't been any place. So, and, you know, needlework specialty stores that, you know, cater to people who do just strictly needlework stores have really suffered in the economy too, you know, that a lot of them just couldn't stay in business. But I want to say it's a French, what did they call that? French something or other. It was popular both in needlework and in home decor. Let me roll this up and I'll look for Angie's. And I grabbed onto it when I saw it because I said, oh, $3 or $4 that I paid for it. And I'm going, it's worth way more than that. I'll have to put this here. And stitch rows. I'll tell you, Carol McDonald, the magical touch, she was the gal who got us all started on these. Becky is doing an awesome stitch row. Anne is, and who else? I'm sure I've missed people that are working on these along with Carol. I'm just having a good old time with them, but I'm slow. Let's see, I was looking for, it is fabric, it's linen. Becky said hello. Mina, it's okay, I will tell it again. What did Angie say to me? Is that background a fabric? Yes. Yes, it is. And Johnny, if you're still listening, that fabric has to be 3 yards, at least 3 yards of it. And it's allowing me to put a lot of stuff on it. But I was telling the gals in our chat room, and when we have Ann Laura opens and Becky opens their chat rooms, I was showing them that fabric. And I said, you know what would be fun? Start going back in years. You know, get another strip of fabric and work from, like this is 2022, work on 2021. And I couldn't do as much because I could probably go through some of my journals and see what happened in 2021. But I know generally, I know I came down here in 2016. I came from Madison to Nebraska in 2016. So in those years between 6 years between 2016 and 2022, I've been adjusting to retirement. So, and then, you know, it'd be fun just to go clear back to as long as I can remember. Let's see, I'm still looking for Angie's journey. You see, I didn't forget your pen, Johnny says. Mitzi says, hi, Journey. Oh, Johnny, you should see Carol's from last year. It is just amazing. It's amazing. Ruth is here. Angie says, one big hello to all of you. Angie, Meri, you didn't see. I have to go have a test done. The doctor thinks I have some blockage to my heart. Oh, Angie. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's just hope that that's resolvable. Oh, well, Angie, we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers. When are you going to have that done? Becky said a lot of the restaurants close from July 1st to the 10th or 11th to give their entire staff vacations at some time. Oh, well, that's interesting. I don't know if they do that around here. Angie, we'll keep you in our hearts and prayers. You keep us informed on your heart. Let me go down to the bottom here. Anne says, I'm having enough trouble keeping up with the current events on a scroll. I am too, to tell you the truth. But, you know, it'd be kind of fun, even into my scribble journals, write down what I can remember of those years. So when I get to be 102, and if I'm still here, I can have a reference. Oh, look at the scroll. See where I was? Was I in Nebraska? You don't know. You have to schedule it. That has to be scary, Angie. But, you know, the doctors, even if you do have a blockage, they have their medical procedures that, I forget what they call them, but, you know, people have been operated on and come out of that good. You have to take good care of yourself, though. Hi, Allie Kay. Jean Homeschool Mama 4 is here. How do you like your new AC? I love it, Allie. I love it. It's so nice. It is so nice and cool. And you know what? The vent is right here in front of my desk, which makes it nice. I'm going to have to put socks on. I'm barefooted. My toes are going to get cold. And welcome, Ellie Kay. Hi, Sharon. Sharon Lombard, welcome, welcome. Jill, Journey, Elvis, Jean, Anne. Hi, Anne. Jean says, Johnny, I've been trying to, but I keep buying on all those online sales. Oh, Johnny sold this ledger. It was not a ledger, it was a journal. Awesome, awesome, awesome journal at the last sale. I missed it, but that's okay. I probably pretty broke anyway. I'm happy with what I got from Sophia. She has all those beautiful trims and fabrics and everything. Oh, I wonder if it's a Christmas item to make bows. My Goodwill never has good stuff, Nina says. They used to, but several years ago it changed. Yeah, Goodwill, don't get me started. I agree, Nina. Ours have changed too, although I think there's been enough complaints that ours is starting to compromise and put I've gotten a few good things there lately. I would like to, I can't do it until after the middle of the month, maybe later this month. I want to go to a Goodwill bin sale. And they're on Tuesdays, and it just seems like every Tuesday has something going. Becky said, Michael's actually sells fabric like that as ribbon during the holidays, too. Journey says, I need Mary's Goodwill. Well, that was, I actually got that a year or two ago, and it's been sitting in my fabric stash. And I was thinking I'd cross stitch on it, but the stitch row was perfect for it. Johnny says, Goodwill, of course. Angie, oh, there's where Angie said she has to go get a test done. The doctor thinks I have a blockage to my heart. Well, better to get it done, Angie. You keep us informed. Allie K says, starting out my birthday weekend, right? Is this your birthday weekend? Happy birthday, Allie. Happy birthday to you. Everybody sing now. I can hear. Help me because I can't carry a tune. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Allie K. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Allie. Aw. Have a great birthday tomorrow. Do you have any special plans? Mitzi says, happy one day early birthday, Allie. Do all the Goodwills have bin sales? I don't know, Allie, because Becky could answer that. I don't think all of them do. I guess, I think it was Karen Kay who looked it up for me in Nebraska. And she said the one closest to me, well, not closest, the one where I go to Hobby Lobby, next closest to me is on Tuesdays. But I don't think all the Goodwills have bin sales. They're saying happy birthday to everybody. And there's Kathy D. Welcome, Kathy D. Are you doing anything special for your birthday other than coming in here? And says, I have enough trouble keeping up with the current events on. Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, I was going to show you my pieces here because I restarted Becky's first crochet along. She has a playlist, and this is not Tunisian's crochet. These are just regular different crochet stitches. This is the Elizabethan, which was okay. And I wrote down the instructions here. An interesting stitch. And this was the moss linen stitch. And I really like this stitch. This is a cool stitch. I think that I could put embroidery on this. So I'm going to, and then I have all the Tunisian blocks here that I've been working on. Let me grab these. Let me grab them since I'm showing you. Whoops. I have, this was the regular Tunisian stitch. This is just a regular Tunisian stitch. This is the tweeted one. I really like the tweeted one. I like it because it's nice on both the back and front. It's got a nice pattern on both the back and front. This is the bane of my existence. This is the Tunisian purl. I think this is the back. And by the time I got here, I didn't cast off. I did a single crochet. Oops. And this is a bag. I also did a cuff. I don't know what happened to my cuff. I did a cuff that I'm going to put around my wrist out of the tweeds. Now these I'm just, and then this is a little project that I did. Very first Tunisian crochet, and I made a phone case out of it, and I didn't like the first, it's this stitch here. I didn't like the front of it, so I turned it over and used the back. And it's big enough and stretchy enough that my phone fits in there. And this, I think this is left over from the crochet. I don't know which stitch it is. I don't think I did this. This is left over from the first one. It was just had fallen out of the bag. But I'm going to label all of these. I think I'm going to label them on the back. Put the numbers like T, this would be T2, I believe. Because this is the striped Tunisia, or tweed. They call it the tweed. And I'll put a little label here that says T2. And I don't know if I'm going to label it, name it. I don't know if I want to put an entire name or just a little number on a paper and stitch it on there. And then I have a little journal that I made where I'm documenting Becky's stream and the tutorial that Becky referenced and the name and the date that I finished it and everything. So all of these are going to go in a box. Yes, they are. All right. Hi, Dixie Doodles. Did your Tunisian purl turn out tight, or was that just me? I crochet pretty tight. I don't see this as being tight myself. You guys, I used a number 4. This is Yarn Bee yarn. And I did look on the package and they recommended a number 4. But I crochet pretty tight. I don't crochet loose. I never have. But Tunisian crochet, as a general rule, will roll up. Now, I will say on the purl, I did not find the purl rolling up as much. This isn't perfect, like Becky says, I'm learning. What I'm working on this week is those sides. I'm working on getting better sides in here. But this has not been blocked, and I don't find the purl stitch rolling up. Tunisian crochet naturally wants to curl at the ends. And a lot of people, from my reading, a lot of people will compensate these edges by putting a single crochet like this around the edges, and that just makes them nicer and neater. So it's good to play. It's good to experiment with it. Dixie says, I use those squares as coasters. Yeah, that's my favorite too. That's the tweed stitch. That's the tweed stitch. But on the other, in the first crochet along that Becky did, that Elizabethan stitch, I like that. There are a lot of nice crochet stitches out there, and like Becky says, I was moaning and groaning about the purl stitch in her chat this morning, and she said, really, by the time you do 2 or 3 blocks, you get used to it. It's that extra motion of having keep your, because when you crochet, naturally you stick your hook into the loop, and then you just yarn over and pull it through. Well, on the purl, you have to pull your yarn. There's that pulling that yarn over before you stick your hook into the loop, and then you bring it over across the post, and that's what creates the purl. And there's that extra motion, and I haven't mastered it yet enough that the yarn falls off my finger as I'm working on it. So I haven't mastered that yet. And it'll fall off my hook sometimes. Sometimes your hook, let me get the hook here. Your hook, let me reach. There's two balls of yarn there. Hold on. Everything's going to have a craft-a-lanch. Your hook itself, you know, it has a hook, but you put it through the loop. Here's your, well, if I could make a loop. Let's do it with the red. You put it through a loop like that, and I have a tendency when I want to bring my yarn back through to I have a tendency to have that hook facing down. Well, naturally that's not going to catch your yarn. You need your hook to catch the yarn to pull through, and you need it catching, but you also need to draw it through. You kind of have to do this little twisty motion like. Now, I got too much yarn on you have to do kind of a twisty motion. You need to catch it like that, and then you need to twist it and pull it through. And I haven't quite mastered that yet, as you can tell. But I pulled out a lot of stitches on this and you can see they're still kind of loose in here. This side, I struggle with this side. This side I get pretty good. But I'll bet I pulled out 10 rows. Hi, Darlene. Welcome, welcome, Darlene. Allie K says, I'm getting my Tunisian crochet hooks tomorrow. I'll have to get my yarn out and try it with a bigger swatch, bigger than your 1.5 inch. Yeah, I've been making those little squares I don't know if I can make them all that small. I've been making about 2 inches. One grew a little bit bigger than 2 inches. Now I'm also working on Becky's bag. Becky finished her bag Wednesday, I believe. And she took the pocket out. I'm debating whether I'm going to put that pocket in or not. She said every time she reached into the bag, her hand went to the pocket instead of to her stuff. So I don't know whether I'm going to or not. This is the lining of the bag. I have a needle there that I've been stitching my thread with. I did get this much done on it. Let me turn this way. But what I want to do tonight is not work on these. I have the other side of this to put my lines in. But what I have, let me get to them. They're here under everything over here. Hold on. They're in an envelope. There's 2 envelopes here. Hold the phone. What I'm going to do here, I cut my birds out. Let me put this needle back in here or I'm going to lose it. This is the needle that I'm doing the diagonal stitches with. I'm going to put, I was going to put 2 birds, but I think 2 birds is too many. Becky's was really cute because she cut hers after she had everything down, and I'm putting mine, I cut mine first and then I'm putting it down. And I think I'm going to put mine right about here, 1 bird, and I'll put another bird on the other side. I like these. I like the ones with the red and black tails. I'll probably use these. And that'll kind of match my floral lining too. And then around there, I'm going to put some of these numbers and things like this is the number 7. Now I have to remember to leave 3 inches and 1 inch on each side. But what I don't have is when I cut everything up, my fabrics up, I kind of destroyed my flowers. You can kind of see a little bit of them here, but not enough to make me happy. So I have some canvas down there, and I'm going to get out my red inks and my black pen and do some flowers. And I thought I'd do that tonight. And I'm going to put the numbers. There's a whole bunch of numbers. I'm sorting them out here. Of course, this is only one, like this is the number 1. Becky's bag is really cute. I missed her stream. I watched the replay, but it goes in one ear and out the other, you know, if you're busy. So I've got a heart here. But I might stitch around these maybe with a darker thread. Maybe I might do a blanket stitch that would, and then on the birds here, I want to put some kind of some stitches in there to rip. This is all ink, permanent acrylic ink. So, and so, it's good. But that's what I'm planning, and I'm going to continue working on this until I get it done. It's a really cute bag. It's got a drawstring, and I'm actually going to stitch it with my machine when I get there. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I'm working on the outsides, but that's kind of what I have planned for these. And I'm not going to work on all this tonight. I do want to do the flowers, so I might do that next. It won't take long. Allie K says, I think I might try mailing Becky's bag for my Tunisian hooks. I might try, making Becky's bag for my Tunisian hooks, because I got a set of 11 on Amazon and I can only use one at a time. That's a really good idea. You could probably just narrow it down this way, and you could probably, I wouldn't, kind of like Becky, I wouldn't put a pocket in there, but you could make a separate insert that with elastic, you know, like a paintbrush holder, only a hook holder, and have something you could slide in and out. That would be nice for your Tunisian. Mine are in the envelope they sent them in. So let me get out that extra canvas that I have. I think I have it right. Oh, right here. And I'm just going to paint some flowers, some red flowers, and I'll be cutting them out. So I'm not going to try to do any type of design. And I could probably make fabric flowers, but I think I want them painted on in ink. And let's turn this. This, I just cut it. This is painter's drop cloth. It looks like canvas, but it's more of a drop cloth canvas. I think just cut a piece like this would give me enough. Enough of enough. Uh-oh, you guys are unplugged. You're at 61%. Let me plug you guys in or you're gonna go away. I was sorting out stuff. Okay. I will say this fabric has a lot of threads to it. It catches on everything. All right. And I got this drop cloth at Goodwill. You can get a lot of bargains at Goodwill if you look. All right, do I want this? No, I think I'll cut it on the fold here. It'll make an extra little strip, but, well, I don't want to cut. I want to end it. It'll just make an extra little one here. Let me. Whack away, whack away, whack away. There we go. So this is the weekend of Allie K's birthday. And I want to work on the caboodle tonight, too, once I get there. I have the boho one done. Woohoo! Oh. And my friends and I went to that movie on Thursday. Was it Thursday we went or Tuesday? It was Tuesday because I missed one of Becky's stream. We went to the Minion movie. And But we did a little shopping. And we went to this fabric store. I showed what I got at the fabric store earlier. But, oh, they have all this Western fabric. Oh, my heart. I'm going, Cowgirl Journal. I don't have my Cowgirl caboodle done yet, so I might get some pieces of that. All right, now I need red ink. Hold the phone. I put my ink up over here. And is this red? This is red earth. That'll work. Let's use the red earth. And let's get a piece of waxed paper. And I should probably, I don't know, the ink will probably soak through, so let's protect the, and let's get, oh look, I'm about done with my waxed paper box. I don't know if it's going to make it through the night. This is for my palette. Mary, pray. Jean says, Elvis, that's so cool, Deborah. Before my mom passed, she got to see an Elvis. Oh, I was hoping they'd show Elvis as the freebie next Tuesday because they said they might, but I checked and they're not. Something else. Some baby business or something. That's okay. I think it ends. I could go see it on my own, but I'm going to skip it. I remember Elvis. Let's see. I need a paintbrush. I could use the fan brush. And do I have a smaller one though? They fall in. I do. I have that one and this one, which is kind of needs some Daddy Van, but that might be perfect. Okay, and I'm only going to use red. So I want kind of like poppy-like flowers. And here's my, and we're just going to do a few of these, just enough to dress up the front and back a little. This might turn out to be more of a brown. I think I want a brighter red. That's more of a brick red. What's this? This is vermilion. Now, I think I can use this on Rosemary's. I don't think this is acrylic ink. This is regular. Oh, no, that is acrylic ink. Vermilion. That might be pretty. I got all these reds. Well, a lot of them I got at Hobby Lobby when they had that sale. This is flame orange. I'm on a brighter red. Now I think it went, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Let's put these back. I got these little spice racks for my inks. I am that organized. Believe it or not. Except I fill them up pretty fast. Put in there. Okay. Hi, Marty. Welcome, Marty. Angie says, I'm hoping 29 will be a great year. Yes, I'm hoping so for you. Allie K says, 30 might be a little hard to swallow. Oh, you're just a baby. Wait till you get to be 70 or 80. Then you can have a hard time swallowing. Jill says, I'll be 39 at the end of the year, Allie. Almost 40. Oh, yeah. All right. I think I made some of those flowers with my palette knife, if I remember right. Let's put some ink out here. Let's just make some flowers. Maybe I should shake it up a little. And I think I just dipped my palette knife in the ink and kind of went like that for some of them. Now these are not going to be poppies. These are just flowers, but I don't think poppies have these kind of points on them. Poppies are more roundy blooms. Let's do one more. Then here. See, I think that'll give it a pretty pop of color on my bag. And I can kind of put them closer together too, because I'm going to fussy cut them out. Do some smaller ones here. Jean says, Elvis, Deborah, she enjoyed it. She went with her neighbor. Glad she got to go. Yeah, I think my newfound friends have already gone. But you know, I remember Elvis. I'll watch it when it comes around on YouTube. I'm sure it's a good movie. I was hoping they'd show it free. Maybe they'll show it free next week. But I think not next week, the following week. I think I'm going to need some more. We just went for the fun of going. They like to get out. And I figure as long as they're getting out, if they invite me, I'll tag along. I should have stayed home and worked in the garden. Because, man, I'll tell you, those weeds. Those weeds. Man. Yeah, the old shows. What is that? Blue Hawaii and Blue Suede Shoes. Yeah, didn't he pass away in 77? Those last years? I think one of his last concerts was in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I didn't go to it, but I remember a lot of my friends went. And he was having issues then. And he was he was no longer the 50s idols that he was when he was younger. And I'm sure that had a lot, I'm sure that played on him. But there's one corner there in Lincoln that has, I guess, there was something going on in the traffic, and Elvis was there, and he happened to be in the car, you know, whoever his driver was, he made him stop, and Elvis got out and Elvis got out and told him to be good, or whatever they were doing, whatever was going on there. Right there at one of the corners there by the shopping malls, there was a big write-up in the paper about it. He intervened in the street brawl. I don't think it was a brawl. I think it was a traffic, somebody arguing with somebody else, and Elvis got out of his car. I'm sure his presence made him be good. I kind of like these. August 16th, 1977. Yeah, I would have been in Lincoln at that time. I was going to business school. I started out at the university, and then I worked for a little while, and then I went to business school for a legal assistant. And I completed that, and then I worked, and somehow I wandered into computers, and that's where I stayed for the rest of my career, was in programming, the old legacy stuff, which is probably still out there at the state. Some of the state offices probably still have some of that old legacy. COBOL assembler, Fortran. I didn't do much Fortran. I did a lot of COBOL and assembler. Mostly COBOL, but some assembler. What happened to which one was I working on? That one? They all look okay to me. I guess I'll start another one. Maybe just a teeny one in here, if I can. Oh, okay, we'll just put another point there. They kind of look like stars in a way, don't they? Until I put another petal on them. This one reminds me of a star, and that one does. Maybe I can put another. Now, you lived in Colorado. Elvis said, I lived in Colorado, my mom in Missouri. We cried for hours over the phone hearing the news of Elvis. My phone bill was outrageous. I can imagine, because at that time you paid for your long distance. I know even in the late 90s, when my mom was, I was in Indiana and Kentucky working on contract positions, and I'd call back home to mom, and my goodness, my monthly bills ran like $190, but I'll never regret that. I was working, I could pay for it, but now we have like unlimited calling and all of that. $190 for just your phone bill, not counting your internet, be outrageous in today's world. Well, unless you had 2 or 3 lines and all of that. Yeah. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I want more. I can always use them on other things. I hope this isn't too boring to you guys. I'm enjoying it. This is all ink I think I got at Hobby Lobby. Some of this, was it Dana? I think Dana gifted me some inks, some acrylic inks. And some of it I bought, but most of it I got at Hobby Lobby. When I was doing a lot of ink stuff when Moravian stars. Well, that's what they're going to be, whatever they are. I'm going to put black dots in there in the center. I could put yellow, but I think I'm going to put black, will be a nice contrast. And 3 black dots was one of the prompts. I think this will add a pop of color to that. Now I'm putting them on both the front and back, so I have to have several. I'm not looking at anything when I do these, so they could be stars. There wasn't a flower prompt, I don't think. I think the prompt was use ink. Or was that a prompt? I can't remember. I can't remember what the prompts were. It's not important. Becky has them out on her, probably when she did her painted canvas. She worked on denim. Becky worked on denim, which gave it a nice background, which I might do a background on here, just to fill in the white spaces. I guess I'm running out of ink here. I kind of have to turn it to get all the petals that I want. Marty says, no, Allie, there were 8 of us and we had a party line. Mina says, not me. And for years we shared a line with my Aunt Rachel. Yeah, I can remember party lines. We had a party line for a short time, but I don't know. We were rural. It didn't. And my parents did not have a phone for the longest time. And they moved. They moved and then they got a phone. I can remember having to call my neighbor lady and say, would you go and tell Mom I'm going to be home on the bus Friday afternoon? The bus pulls in at such and such a time. I need her to pick me up. And I always kind of worried that she'd never pick me up, but she was always there. She always picked me up. Not to worry, Mary, I'll be there. All right, I'm going to stop with this type of flower, and then I'm going to use a brush for some others. We got about half of it with these. I'll finish this one. Maybe I won't have to turn it so much to get the petals. And let's just use my brush here. Get a little water on it. Before I stick this in the water, let's get some of it off. Now I gotta turn my wax paper's floating around. Alrighty. That's just a wipe up one. Let's see what I can do here. I don't know what I want to do. That's the thing. And this acrylic ink, it dries nice and it dries permanent. Let's add some more ink to that. I think my dropper is getting a little, my ink is getting empty. I mean, it's getting shallow. My dropper doesn't fit all the way down. I'm going to water this down just a little. I can put one in here. So if you see a painter's canvas, you might find them at the Habitat for Humanity stores. They have a restore. Sometimes I go in there, I find tiles, and you find a lot of building stuff there. They're not a thrift store. But they might have some painter's cloth. They might have wallpaper. Although I imagine the good stuff, it'll all be white. The really pretty wallpaper, probably not used so much in Nebraska. And if it is, it probably gets saved because it's probably pretty expensive. Does that look like a rose, sort of? Kind of, sort of? I don't mean those to be roses. Let's do another one. Let's do one down in here. Yeah. Not perfect, but good enough. I use that ink up pretty fast. Oh, and the hostas outside are blooming. I'm going to have to, if I mow the lawn tomorrow, I don't look forward to it. But if I mow the lawn afterwards, I'll do a yard walk. You don't want to see it now. It's the grass is growing tall. Let's do some more of these. And let's do one out in here. Just fun to play, you know. All this stuff you get at Goodwill would be thrown away anyway if nobody bought it. So I'll take it off their hands. Yeah, I thought I got enough ink on that paper, but shall I use my, let's use my fan brush for a couple, see what happens. I got it out. Maybe we'll do some splatters with it after I put a background. I'm going to put a background in there. I haven't decided what. Don't ask me what kind of a flower this is because I don't know. Rosemary would know. She knows everything about plants. She said, but not your paint messes, Meri. Hi, Amber, Marty, Elvis, Mina, Angie, Anne, Journey. Welcome, everybody. If I almost put somebody in timeout, I'm using my left hand. Allie K says, maybe the teenagers are having their own phone line was just for rich families. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if I can't get some water on there. Add a little darkness to these. All right. Use up what I have here. I'm thinking a yellow in the background, but I don't know if I have yellow ink. Let's put the lid on this. Let me check and see what I have over. I got gold, but I'm not sure what condition it's in. I want to wash. What do you have, Meri? It's a gold. It's quite a bit of it there. Blue would change the color of the flower. That's raw sienna. We don't, well, that might work. We'll see. I don't want green. What's this? Yellow. I think this is what I want. I don't want it any, well, I might spray a little walnut ink on it, but I don't want too much grungy because my bag is grungy. I want the, I mean, my bag is tones of brown, not, well, I guess you could call it grungy. Let's see. Let's turn this. No, let's just get rid of it. It's making a mess. Let me get another piece of wax paper. I have just a little left. And we're going to put a wash on the back of this. And I really need a fatter brush. I think this one might work. This is kind of a glue brush thing. It's stiff in there. I used it to do stuff with. Varnished, I think, with that. All right, let's get it on the wax paper. I'm not going to cut it out tonight. I'm just going to paint it. I'll cut it out at my desk. Ew. Splishy flashy. Let's just pour some out here. I'm going to add water to this. Let's add some clean water. I don't know what happened to my sprayer. I need a towel. Hold on. I don't want it to go all over my star flowers. And some of it might be okay. Well, I guess it'll be okay to have yellow on the flowers too. Isn't that pretty? I'm liking it. It's the right combination, I think. And it'll add a pop of color to the, and then I might do some stitching on them. Maybe put some lines in there, or a star, you know, a star stitch, you know, like an asterisk. What do they call those? There's a name for them. I'd have to look it up. It looks like a star. So I'm only going until 10 o'clock. It's almost 9. I don't know how much of the caboodle I'll get to. I might open it up, and I think I watched Rosemary's the replay on her first, well, I didn't get the whole thing watched, on her first nature forest floor. And she worked on envelopes. And so I'll get those out. And I think I'm going to use some of Johnny's papers because they're here. We'll get ready to do that. I don't think she's covered the box yet. I guess I'm going to have to get some more yellow ink out. And I don't mind the white in here showing. There's various white spots. That's okay with me. It'd be interesting to do a splatter over all of this. Maybe a walnut ink splatter. one of these inks I didn't have, it was a black ink. I didn't have the jar completely screwed tight, and I moved it to put it back, and I spilled it. Luckily, it did not go on the rug. I got it all over my hand. I had some typing paper out, and it mostly went on that typing paper, which was fortunate. I would hate to get black permanent ink on this carpet. I try to be careful. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let's wipe up the rest of the yellow here and kind of squish it in. All right. I think I'm going to do some black walnut splatter. Let's leave my inks out here for now. And let's dump this in the, and kind of wipe this out, although it probably wouldn't matter. And I'll need my fan brush. What did I do with that? Anybody see where I put my fan brush? Oh, did I put it in the... I did. And, well, since that's folding, let's just go ahead and fold it. Kind of get it on the wax paper. Let's do some black walnut ink splatter. My own recipe, my own stuff. What did I do with it? Where is it? Here it is. Not very much left in here. Do I have more someplace? I know I got more out in the kitchen. Hopefully this is enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, wee-hoo. All I'm doing here is breaking the seal. Use old scissors if you do this. See? And let's just dump this in here. And that's the end of that. And we'll add a little water to it. Well, I don't know if I want to add water. Let's just... I think I'll have enough to do my splatter tonight. Black walnut dries lighter. I don't know what you guys are seeing for the splatter, but it'll dry lighter. So if I put a lot on there, I'm not going to worry about it being too sloppy because it'll dry lighter. I'd like to get some on the flowers themselves. And I'm not too worried about, like I said, it'll dry lighter. So if I got a big dark spot like that, that's going to be in the background anyway, so. Oh, that's how Dee Dee does that. She goes with her finger. Alrighty, that's just about the end of it here. I got more black walnut ink. I stored it out in the kitchen. I told my brother that it wasn't food. Don't drink it. He knows. If I'm cooking, he always, what is that? That's not food. I'll throw that away. This jar, I'll probably throw this jar out unless I refill it with ink, because it, after you put black walnut, you don't want to drink black walnut. Nope, nope, nope. You don't want to put any food product in there. I'll find where I got it here. Hold on. All right. Let me give this a little bit of a dry. Let me go down to the bottom of chat here. Bye, Amber. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Brenda Robertson. Welcome, welcome. Amber, welcome to the Atelier. Amber became a member today. Mina says, Mary's panel looks like a garden. Thank you, Mina. Childproof always pertains to me. I know, Brenda. And Beck, the sooner you do it, the sooner it will be over. What is Aunt Beck saying? Becky says, yeah, I'm dreading taping them all together. What is she taping what together? Becky says, feels like they're practicing tonight with the huge copters, shaking the houses as they go over. Ooh, military drills. All day it was F-16s going over. Ooh, that's kind of scary, Becky. Yeah, I am dreading taping them all together. Is that a child-proof container? Yeah, the jar, struggling to get the jar open. It was a jelly jar. What is Becky? Let's see. My blue shirt I just made put me in the challenge, and I won a free vintage pattern. Oh, Becky, that's cool. And I chose Revy the Riveter's overalls. Oh, how neat. I have the pattern printed out, but I have to tape it all together. 37 pages. That's what she's dreading taping together. Oh, but Rosie the Riveter's overalls. What fun is that? Oh, you look cute in overalls, Becky. That's perfect. That is perfect. Rosie the Riveter's overalls. This does not have to be completely dry. I just wanted a little dry when I put my Sharpie on here. I'm going to do black dots. I think that was a prompt. And I'm not going to cut anything out tonight. I'll do that at my recliner. All right, let's see what I have here. I have ink pens. Is this a black dot pen? Let's put my brushes back in the water. I think I can get rid of this. Let's go down to the bottom. I was going to do a list tonight, but I don't think I have time. Well, if I stopped everything. Hi, Rosemary. I'm going to work on the nature caboodle after I get my black dots here. I was watching you, Rosemary, your first caboodle. I was out there today watching the replay, so I missed it. You're working on that envelope. I thought I would sort out stuff for the envelope. Let's put some black dots in here too. Let's just put black dots all over the place. Becky likes them in groups of 3. And since this pattern is a Becky pattern, I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it. I was thinking sketching supplies, but you know, I have my little pochade for that, which I need to fix the handle on. My little suitcase that I've carried around forever. If it ever cools off, I might do some urban sketching. I'll see if I can't get my camera set up for urban, not this week. See if it's not, if it's still wet, it doesn't, the black dots don't show as much. It's a little damp in here. Let's dry this a little bit more. Mina says, Becky, back in the 1960s, I woke up to the house shaking and loud rumbling. The army drove many tanks through town to heaven knows where, for heaven knows why. Wrecked the road, pothole hell. Oh, no. Well, Becky, if they start flying out here at Harvard Airport, I'm going to get seriously worried. World War II at Harvard Airport was pilot training out there. They're all saying hello to Rosemary. Rosemary says, alas, I never did find the book artist. Oh, you know, Rosemary, I was thinking about, my internet went out last night during your chat. I was looking for her. I could not find it on the internet, but I was thinking it was a book on, an article on stacked books. You know, like, and I know you've done stacked envelopes before, you know, how they stack books, and sometimes I put a lamp through there. But I think she stacked those books, and, you know, she made, and didn't you say that she had like 70 of them in there? And I think it was one of the magazines that I first read. Now, she might have been on the internet too, because you were looking for a link. You sent your friend a link. But I think I saw that in one of these magazines. And I have two altered books right at hand here, and I looked in both of those to see if maybe I saw it in there. But I'm thinking I saw that in an old cloth, paper, scissors magazine on altered books. And God knows which magazine it was. But I think cloth, paper, scissors is kind of taking a different focus. But I think they're still publishing. I see them at Walmart every now and then. It'd be nice if we could get a hold of some of the older issues, or maybe even, well, the editors have probably all changed. They probably wouldn't research for you. But I know which one you're talking about, because the one I saw in the magazine was the rectangular one, or the squarish one. It wasn't the pagoda. But you know what? Don't give up hope. It might. I even looked out on the web time machine. What do they call it? The history of the web, where the archive all those articles. I couldn't find it out there. And that's about the time that my internet went down. It was complaining. And I looked up and I saw yellow lights on my modem, and I'm going, oh, I thought it was my browser. I was thinking maybe my browser hasn't finished some of the searches and was slowing things down. But my internet went down last night. And so then at 12:30, I tried a couple times just to get it started myself, seeing if, you know, if I just had to unplug my modem and plug it back in, but that wasn't working. It was 12:30 before I finally called him, and the guy who helped me, I think he was from across the ocean. He had an accent that I had to ask him repeat several times. He seemed like a nice person, though. He, you know, but he he said something, and I didn't understand him, and I asked him to repeat it, and click. And I don't know if my phone dropped the line or if he's just disgusted. I called back and I got somebody that sounded like the same person. And I said, "Are you the person I was just talking to?" And he said, "Oh, well, it's possible." He got, God, she's back. And, you know, I went through and I told the whole spiel again in case he wasn't the same guy. and he said, "Well, we're going to have to send out a serviceman. Tuesday is the earliest we can get it out there." Tuesday? No, that's not acceptable. I said, "My brother has a captioning phone, and our lines, because it's hooked up, the phone is now hooked up to the Wi-Fi, and if we don't have Wi-Fi, his phone doesn't work." And I told him that. I said, "We need it. We need service before then." So he said, "Well, okay, we'll change it to as soon as possible." And I said, "What does that mean?" It could, as soon as possible, can still be Tuesday. And so I gave up, hung up, and it came back on. It came back on mid-morning, sometime mid-morning today. Thank you, Janine. Oh, Jean. I'm sorry. I saw the J. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, I'm going to let it dry now. Look at the back of it. Isn't that fun? And I'm going to cut these out, and I might just kind of cut them raggedy. And I might put some stitches. This is ink, so I can pretty much stitch through the ink. And we'll see how this turns out. Now, they probably won't all go on my bag, but not fun. That was fun to do. So let's get out the caboodles. All acrylic paint, liquid. Yeah, it's acrylic inks. FW inks that Hobby Lobby had a big sale. See, I got them for $1.49. These I got on sale, $1.49. But I think Dana Yates sent me a set, maybe 2 sets. And about that same time, that little few weeks after these went on sale, I was playing big time with acrylic inks. And she sent me some as a gift. Thank you, Dana. So they're here. And but you don't see these on sale at Hobby Lobby anymore. They got those Amsterdam inks, and they're selling for $6 or $7. I can't afford that. So let's get out the caboodle. Let's just turn this over. It'll be clean on this side. Yeah, it came back on. I was a little frustrated, and I was tired. I was tired. All right, let's get out Rosemary's caboodle first, which is, Rosemary, are you still here? Are you out there listening? I'm wondering if you're going to do your dolls of that scroll, when you said the scroll kit with the dolls. Are you going to do those online? Or are those a tutorial that we need to go look? I want to make some of her dolls. Now this is the box, and I don't think she's covered the box yet. I don't know if she's going to, if we're just going to do those on our own. But I'm thinking this box, and she's got pictures here too. Maybe I'll say, and here's her folder, and some ferns, some stickers. These are stickers. I got it the botanical book. But I'm thinking this box is the same size as Keisha's, what she sent. And I might be able to make a two-tiered box. Let's measure. I know she's probably measured and told us, but I'm going to measure again. 13, probably more like 12. No, 12 is there. It's 13. Oh, this folds up. Yeah, 11. 11 by 8 by 11. 8, 8.5, 8. 8 by 11, and let's see what Keisha's is. Keisha had a nature mystery theme box. Oh, look, I think it's the same size. So I can have a two-tiered box if I get a lot of stuff. So we're just going to do Rosemary's tonight, though. So let's see what's in here. I think Rosemary, oh, there she is. She says, yes, we will do them live. The doll she's going to do live. If we run out of time, I will do recorded video tutorials. Rosemary, your videos are so fun to watch. You and Popo going back and forth like that. It's so fun to listen to. And, you know, last night I kept telling that Popo, she had used the term, what, book crack, something or other. You can tell me what it, all I remember is book crack. And she was referring to like when the gutter of the book, and I kept saying, that's the book gutter, you know, where the page folds in like that. I said, that's called the gutter. And then I listened to, today I listened to tutorial 1, and I go, oh, now I see. All she said, every other word was book crack. She got that from Jamie. Jamie. Now, I think I have both kits in here. And I think that, which one is the scroll, Rosemary? I think this is the scroll here. Because it's got, what, you know, I was looking at stuff and I didn't get everything put back in. You got some, it says, this is a test. You get to try out my peacock rust. I will show you how to use it. And this, I think, goes in here. No, those are, oh, these are mine. Those are those Tim Holtz labels. Something else of yours over here. No, I guess it's Keisha's. I want to put this back in here. I don't want to lose it. I'm thinking this is the scroll here. You call that the ditch? Scroll on right. Yeah, this one. That's right. This is this one should have envelopes in it. That's what I'm going for, is the envelopes. So let's put this one back in, this priority envelope. And I like how you packaged it, and then you gave me a priority, and you put it all in a box. That really helped. I'm going to put that back in the package, put this over here. All right, so in here should be some envelopes. Let's pull it all out. And I was there Thursday when you made that pouch, but I'm not going to do the pouch tonight. I'm going to start on the envelopes, which are right here. Oh, I got some of those little tags out over here somewhere. Well, I'll get to them. They're here someplace. I might have, but I got more of those. These little taggy things. All right, you use these two, and you use some pretty papers, and you made a journal. And I want to, oh, and you also, I didn't get out in the yard to, well, I'm going to have to, because I don't have a big pan like you use to make all that, the paper that you splashed on. I'm going to do it with, I've been making, let's see if I can reach in and get it here. Is that it? Is this it? Hold it, this might be it. Well, no, that's gesso. That's mineral oil. Hold it, I've got it in here. I tuck all this stuff down on the bottom shelf and then I have to reach for it. Well, that's similar. One more. Where is it? I got some spray adhesive. This is all on the second shelf of my cart. Here's some clear gesso. Where's my, oh, has to be it. This is what I'm going to use. I'll probably have to dilute it more. I've got some more alcohol. I've been putting all my Pen Plus gear markers, breaking them apart and put them in there. Look how black it is. It's really black. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to use some walnut ink. But I don't have one of those pans like you have. Let me put all this stuff back. So I'm going to go to the store and get a couple of those baker's roaster things, aluminum pans. And Jamie said, if you use those, use them double. So I'm going to use them double. And I got to hunt out papers, and I got to go out in the yard and get leaves and flowers and stuff. Oh, stare at this for a minute. Let me go in the other room and get... I'm not even going to get close to getting done what I wanted to do tonight. I wanted to work in that magazine. Oh, well, I've enjoyed doing what we've done. Let me go get... Hold the phone. I don't know if Mina's still here. She was here earlier. I wanted to show her this. Quotations? No, I wanted to show her because it's a big fat book, and I've been collecting little things to dry. And I think you can put these things in the microwave too. Like here's a sweet potato leaf. This is a sweet potato leaf. This is a oh, it's kind of a vine, a small, it's called silver shower, I think. It binds all down. And this is, I think that's sage. So I got those. I think I got more here. This was a little something or other. I don't know what it was. It was a little floral. It's kind of sticking. I don't want to. This is a Dusty Miller. Dusty Miller, I think they call that. This is another one of these little. That's a little. Those little things grow all over our yard. And here's an ivy leaf, and here's another one of these stuck in here. So they're still a little damp. And today I went out and got some more. Let's see, I showed you those. And I think those that I got today are in the back of the book. They'll be a little wet or damper. I got just a leaf. I think that came off of one of the plants. I don't know which one. This is a geranium and an ivy. Ivy got kind of stuck in there. This is a geranium. It was starting to dry out anyway. And here's an ivy. Maybe I'll put it this way. And I got one more, I think. This is a lavender and another sweet potato, I think, here. A little sweet potato, and I think that's some more of that sage, and I don't know what that is. But those little red flowers, impatiens, I got some of those, and I think they'll dry up real nice. Do I have another one in here? Yeah. This is, I don't know. what this was. I don't know what it was. It's purple. And I think this was a, oh, not a snapdragon. Another one that grows tall and has little. This could be a purple snapdragon. I'm not sure. I can't remember what those are called. Salvia? Is it salvia? It's not celosia. I think that's salvia. And I forget what these are. And I have something in there that's kind of stuck to it. I'm going to leave it. So I'm just letting them dry out in this big old great book of quotations. I just had to show you that because Mina said, go out in the yard, Meri. I usually don't dry flowers. All right. So I know I need 2 envelopes. And I think Rosemary used some of her own papers, or did she use, oh, wait, hold it. There's some, she used some of these bird papers to make the journal, and I think she used this. She used these, and I don't think you, did you do, the field notes I think you make separate. That's another, here's another one of those little round things. Mina says, larkspur dries really well too. I don't have any larkspur. I can't get it to grow. Butterflies. She used these birds. And she used some of her own papers. And I got those papers that, see if I can get to them here. I can use some of these in that journal. And I can write on this if I want. Maybe I'll include some blank sheets too. And let's see. What else do I have? I don't need much more than that. So I need papers and book pages and decorative pages and more book pages here. I'm not sure. I'll just go where I want here. And I'm not going to use that yet. And I think what Rosemary did, Journey, did you grunge some yet? She covered this flap, and I think she covered half in here, part in here, and she covered half here. And did you cover that? And well, and this becomes part of the journal, and I have to see how you constructed it. But I'm just getting I'm getting everything ready here. Do I want to use that? I don't know. I think I'll hold it. These bird pages I want. The goose, the tame goose. These might be for the little field book. I think those other pages, don't we have some others here? Yeah, these. She used these. She cut these in half, and you have to make sure that they're, and I think she trims them down a little. And she decorates her envelopes, and she uses this. And she had some heavy paper that she used for the cover. That's what I want. And Was this what you used for the binding? I'm not sure, but if it isn't, I got more. More pictures. I'm looking for the heavy stuff. Here. I think this is heavy. She sent some. I think I only need, well, I might need 2. So let's put that there. And now I'm going to do the oopsie thing here. And I'm going to combine some of Johnny's pages with Rosemary's. What did I do with? I put them in that big book. Because I want to use those too. I don't know if I'm going to use them in the journal that we're doing now. But we're going to combine some of Johnny's nature pages here. Not that one. But some of these I'm going to use. Let me get rid of the book. And, whoa. I think, I'm just looking here, I got to clean this all off again. I think I had some bird books of my own, but I'm still looking for what I did with them. I got them one Keisha's auctions, I think. I probably put them in a box. All right. So I could probably get, let me put this stuff back in here. I think I have enough to start on the envelope here. What time is it? It's 9:36. Or I could start making the journal first. So I like to make the journals. We could get that up and going. Now, if I remember right, I'm going to have to study how she did it. But she has the journal as part of this, and then she has this one, and I think it closes. Don't the pages go this way and that way? The way you bound it? I'll have to see. Yeah, what did you say? Kiddo activity to would you? I don't know what that means, Britta. Oh, you did. Okay. I thought you did. Rosemary, I watch your videos on my phone, and I don't have it right up to my face. It's about 3 feet away from me. So I'm going, are those pages pointed different directions? Yeah, they are. So she puts, this is the back of, on the journal is mounted on this. And I don't know if she mounted it this way or mounted it that way. I'll have to go see. It doesn't matter. And it opens up this way. And then this one has another page, another set of pages here, I think. I have to go see what you did with this, but it goes this way and this way. It opens up, the pages open this way and that way. I know what I mean. And I think she used these papers. And this will be for the, and she gave dimensions. And you, this envelope is 7 1/4. 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I think she put a card in here. I'm just pulling out of my memory. After she had all this decorated, she put a card in here. This is decorated. I think this is she decorated it all up. And then the journal that I'm going to do next goes on top. and we'll worry about the rest later. So all of this is going to go back in the package. And this is all Keisha's stuff over here. Let me get it out. And I'm just going to make I'm going to cut some papers to make the journal. And I love it that you and Keisha and Johnny all had nature themes this month for your caboodles and studio boxes and mystery boxes. So I have plenty of nature. Plus what I can find. I was thinking I might have to call my my stash room a forest floor. Let's see what I have. Okay. So, did you cut it this way, maybe? You cut both ends? Cut it down, I think. Now, you opened up the book pages. You cut these in half. So, let's open these up. And I think she used some of her birds on the envelope. But I'm going to use them in my book. Maybe those other birds. I'll have to see. But I think she used all. You had 7 pages altogether, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, well, this would be divided in half. So maybe she took one of these that had the birds and she put that on the front. These are maps. That's a bird. I think I saw birds in here. I saw these. That one might be the save. And those are maps. I think I'll save this one out. And didn't you cut these in half so that they would fit? Johnny has a themed box. Yeah, it's nature. I got it. I got it, Keisha. Not Keisha, Rosemary. I had Keisha on the brain. I got Johnny's studio box. She only had 2 left, and I think Rosemary only had 2 left, and Mina got 1. So Rosemary only had 1 left when I was listening. And today I think Johnny said she has 2 left. Amber says, yes, ma'am. She did a couple of them, I think. Rosemary said she's sold out and she's not making any more. I heard her say that. I'm sold out. I can't make any more. Keisha's, I'm going to use hers too. Hers was a mystery theme, and I happened to win it. Now, I think you want this, do I want it exactly the same size? I think I want the cover the same size, but the page is a little smaller. And I think Rosemary said, oh, look, it's the right size, and it is. But I need to cut this maybe. Did you cut those in half? This is, if mine's not exactly the same size, it doesn't matter. This is 9.5. Half of 9.5 is 4, and 4 and 4 is 8. 8.5, 8 3/4. I mean 4 3/4. 4 3/4 and 4 3/4 is 9.5. Right? So if I cut this at 4 3/4, it would be right here. 4 3/4. My book, my envelope is, oh, look at that, 4 3/4. You just folded it in half. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it at 4 3/4. And I think 4 3/4 is exactly what will fit in here. So that's, I'm going to cut these. We'll see. I'm saving this one for the pictures that you did, Rosemary. Well, yeah, that you did on the front of one of the envelopes. I might grab, this is a map. I might grab a couple of other pictures, but I like how you used what was in. I think you got some more text too. I don't know what you're going to use those for, but I might use them. We'll see what I use. I'm not going to decorate the envelope tonight. I'm going to start making the little journal here because I've only got about 15 minutes left. Oh, look. Let's tear like Rosemary does. I'll tear like Rosemary does. Oh, fold it in half. It'll be a good ending exercise here. So don't forget to wish Allie K a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Allie K. We wish you a very good day. Her birthday's tomorrow. And tomorrow is Saturday. Carol, the Magical Touch, usually comes on Saturday mornings at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And she does all that wonderful, fabulous stitch raw. And I don't know anybody else who comes on Saturday until you get to the evening. Beth Schuler comes on in the evening. Let's turn this around this way. And let's do a rosemary tear. Because this is what Rosemary does. Marty says, SMH measuring again. I'm lost. I'm just folding in half. That's what Rosemary said she does. I'm making pages for the journal that's going to go on the front of this envelope. I have to see. I have to go back and review the video because it was 3 feet away from me. And I was tired. I worked out in the yard and I came in and I showered. You guys, I get so sweaty working out there. I mean, my top, my blouse is just wringing wet. And I even rest a little before I come in. You think some of that sweat would go away. But I weeded I'm working on weeding the okra and the onions because the weeds kind of took over the south part of the garden. The north part I got pretty well weeded. I'm keeping up with that real good. The south part, the weeds got ahead of me. And the grasses are horrible. And I'm just trying to get them enough so I can see where the plants are. But I keep finding okra plants. I'm going, oh, there's another okra plant. But what happened was I didn't know what okra looked like when it was a tiny seedling. And so I just let the weeds grow until I could identify the difference between a weed and an okra. Well, you know what happens there. And I'm going to have to hand what do they call it? Where you shake all the pollen off the corn stalk, the tassel onto the silk. Hand pollinate my one row of sweet corn. I didn't know that you should plant sweet corn in more than one row. So I've got a really pretty one row of sweet corn coming up. My brother has 2 rows, but I think you should have planted more too. You should have planted 3 or 4 rows. But that's too much sweet corn, he says. Well, 2 rows wasn't enough for me because I thought they were short rows, and he gives sweet corn away. And I know, well, so I think I'm going to, I was watching YouTube videos of how you can hand pollinate your sweet corn. So, oops, did that? Oh no, that's okay. So I got that in my future to do. What did I do with that other one? I didn't tear it, did I? Did I tear my birds? Or did I set it aside? Uh-oh. I must have set it aside. Wait. Here's 1 page. 2 pages. 3 pages. I must have put it back in the envelope or set it aside. That's not my birds. No, those are mats. I'm okay with mats. I've got a bird book. I'm going to have to go upstairs. I was thinking, I moved a lot of the books that I bought at book sales and everything upstairs. And I think I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to start gutting all those books. I'm just going to start gutting them. So I'll just have the covers, and then I'll grab out of the pages what the problem is. The problem is there are too many pages that are good on both sides. But I guess I'm going to have to make some choices. So I need to get some of those books taken care of. All right, let's put all of these so the writing's the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Oh, that's not the right way, Meri. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you make 2 journals, Rosemary? One way and one the other way? I missed that part. You could almost make one goes this way, and then this envelope gets attached on to here. And is that what you did? One goes that way. And then I think she binds it here and here. I'll have to go see what she did. But I'm just going to tear pages tonight. Now for the covers, which she must have cut the covers in half too. Like this. Well, let's go ahead and Rosemary says 2. Yes. Okay. How did you do the covers? Did you cut just a front cover for each one and a front and the back? Is that what you did for 1 page? Or you might have had your own paper. But if I cut this down, oh, you folded it, didn't you? You folded it. That's what you did. You folded it this way. And then you put another one there. So this would be for this journal and this one for this one. All right. I got it. I got it, Rosemary. It's clear. Clear as the clear blue sky. What did I do with my... Hold it. Where is my... Here's my birds that I was saving. But now I need my papers. Where did I put my papers? I got them out. I just shown them to you. Did I put them under here? Wait a minute. Where did they go off to? Did I stuff them in here with it? Yes, I did. So, I think Rosemary said she doesn't mind if the papers are not the same size. She likes different sizes of paper. So whatever Rosemary says is gospel for these journals. And I think what I'll do is make shorter papers, or I could tape them together and make them this size, because I just have 8.5 by 11 here. But I could just fold them in half. They would be, well, let's see how let's just fold one. Sort of fold it. It would be a little short, but that's okay. I could add something on here if I wanted. Or, how many do I have? One. I could seal them. Just cut them to the right size here and, you know, put a piece of tape there. So I got 1, 2, those are, I got, these are Rosemary's. These are for the envelope. But that's okay. Just to have these, and because I want some writing paper too. And I think I'm gonna rob from Johnny because she sent nature stuff. I took her papers. Where did I put them? Where did I put Johnny's paper? I think Johnny sent some ledger papers. Let me grab them. And I'm going to use those for writing. And I'll probably write. And those will be shorter. And I think I have a Johnny paper folder. What did I do with that? It's over here. Maybe I have other paper I can put in there and save that for. Let's see, where's Johnny's papers? Johnny paper. I had a whole folder of what I called Johnny papers. What did I do with them? Hold on. I gotta step over books here. Johnny papers. I had them in my hands this afternoon. Oh dear, oh me, oh my. What did I do with them? I said, there they are. I'll probably use them tonight. Let me just stare at my stash for a minute. I usually keep this stuff right down here where I can grab a hold of it. Did I put it underneath the... Sometimes I put stuff underneath my desk. Did I put the Johnny papers in there? Nope. What is this? Well, fiddlesticks. I had a whole folder of Johnny papers. I call them Johnny papers because I get Johnny sells packs of papers, and there's ledger papers and onion skin and I'm staring at my stash, trying to figure out what I did with my papers. Well, I'm not going to hunt forever. me I'm thinking. See, this is my journal I made for 2020. 2022, I mean. And I haven't used it all. This was really for January through the end of June. I haven't used it all. Oh, I got some white paper. I think I'm going to take some of these papers out. Oh, if I can, and use some of these. If I find a good. I might have used all my. I think I'm going to take some of these out. Take that one out. Some of these came from Keisha. What's that one hooked to? That one's used. Oh, look. Let's tear this one out. Or maybe this one. This one might be hooked to. What is this one hooked to? I don't want to tear something out that the other side's going to fall out. Well, that's stapled. Wait. Oh, it's hooked to this one. I think I'm going to leave that one in. That one's this one, but what is this one hooked to? Oh, that one's used. This one's used. What's this one hooked to? Oh, this is a half one. I think I can take this one out. I think I'm good with these two. And that'll give me some writing paper. I know what I'm saying. Maybe they went over the cliff. Yeah. A lot of things go over the cliff in this room, let me tell you. I think I got some crayons over the cliff that I haven't got out yet. All right, so what I'm going to do here, it is 10:01. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do because it's getting late. I may not use all of these papers, but I want them the size of what we tore here. This is going to be the size of the journal here. And I'm going to make, this will only make one, because I'm going to hook them together with tape. And then I'm going to make them this long and crease them there. And I've only got 4, enough to do 2 of these on one for this booklet and one for the back one. And then I'll have an extra one to play with. I did this with walnut ink when I was spraying the bag with walnut ink. I could do some more of that. When I make those pages, I'll get more of this, but I want to do my book, or at least organize it. This will be for the envelopes. This will be, I'm going to cut ledger papers to fill in maybe some writing, and maybe I'll scrape some paint, or maybe even stencil. We'll see. So let's see. How many pages do I have here? 1, 2. That's the one with 3. And 1. I must have another one here someplace. Where's my other set of pages? Here. So there. So I'll have this, and I'll have one set of these for each side. And this is for the cover, and then I'll have some ledger papers and some writing papers probably just a couple sheets each. So there's where I am on it. I'm not going to do any more. I know where I'm going with it, but it's 10:04. I don't want to hold you guys too late. I'm getting tired. I got a big day tomorrow. Let's make my thumbnail my floral. This will be for my floral. And when I come on Sunday night, I will, when I come on Sunday night, I will, I'll work on this some more. And I probably, this is a pretty big caboodle. She's got a lot going on here. So I may not get it finished in July, but I'll have fun doing what I do. So I really want to thank you guys. Let me come out and see what, too late in the day to be typing, apparently, Becky says. Have a good night, Becky. I sure am enjoying Becky's Tunisian crochet along. That's really been fun. This is going to be it's pretty dry. I'll be cutting these out tomorrow for my bag. It's okay to have shorter widths. Yeah, it is. It is okay to have shorter widths. But I want some of that ledger paper to write on because I'll probably write in it. I may document about making caboodles, or I may make up a little story or a poem or something. Let's see, who else did I miss tonight? Marty was here, Ann is here, Shannon, Jade Hazelwood, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad to have you in here. Anlar, Amber, Marty, Mina, Amber, Shannon, Rosemary was here helping me along. I love it. Rosemary and Becky come in and help. Dee Dee comes in and helps too. Brenda, I think I got everybody tonight. Nina says, I was out at first light today, so I could do some pruning. Later in the day would mean sunstroke with the summer heat. Yes, I stay out of the summer heat. I don't have Mina's summer heat, but I sweat. I sweat and I go out, well, depending on what day it is. Sometimes I get out there around 7:30, which is pretty early, but on the mornings that I stream, I don't get out there until about 9:30. But you got to be vigilant, you know, with those weeds. All right. Thank you all for coming tonight. Have a really good week. Oh, I think Tanya, I want to say Tanya, I think will be on Sunday. I don't know if she's going to be on Sunday or not. She's taking care of her mother. Keep Tanya and her mother in your hearts and prayers. Keep Lisa in your hearts and prayers. Who else is in my hearts and prayers? Scott's mother. Somebody else. Oh, Angie. Keep Angie in your hearts and prayers. She might have a heart blockage. You're going to run a test on her. There's Angie. Yes, Angie, you're in my hearts and prayers. So I'm going to end it here in a minute. I'm going to say, go out and enjoy the beauty of this world. There's so much beauty out there. Go look under the forest floor or in your stash room. Bye, everybody. Have a really great week. I will see you weekend. I will see you Sunday. Bye.